We're here to talk about Rift.
We are talking about Rift.
Hell yeah, Rift.
Do you use Rift, bro?
Specific things about Rift, right?
I think probably things about Rift is about right.
Yeah. So, you know, we did the informal first name introduction, but for those of us who aren't familiar, let's go around.
You're not familiar with who we are.
I've never met any of you people, and I'm sticking to that
Cole.
story.
What do you mean, you people?
I work on the video team. What's your name?
I am Eric Ocho Cleaver. I'm the community manager
Nice to
for
meet you.
Rift.
Who are these two strangers?
I am Mike D. Sorry, I'm a lead content designer.
Excellent.
Okay, and we have...
I'm Bill Fisher. I'm the executive producer on Rift, also known as Daglar on the forums. Yay!
Nice.
There we go. Okay. So, next question. Today's live cast will all be about Rift. You know, it's an all Rift, all the time show. We're the only game streaming today. So, if you're interested in our other games, great. But
you should be interested in Rift.
We're probably not going to have
the
too
bottom
much
line.
else for you today, so stick around, watch, learn about Rift. Okay, so we just got back from Seattle earlier this week. Well, some of you made it back over the weekend.
Did, Mike was busy working away.
I was working.
Doing awesome stuff. I wish he could have came.
Couldn't let him out of the you know, designer dungeon.
Nope.
Cool.
He's back here cracking the whip.
So, Bill, you were certainly at PAX, Penny Arcade Expo in Seattle. I hear you gave out a little Rift news while you were there.
We gave a little Rift news, the October 8th date for Ship and Nightmare Tide.
Now, that's our targeted...
That's our target date.
Target date.
I would like to say that. You guys, some of you may know I hate giving out dates on anything.
It drives several hours of twisting his arm.
It drives our marketing team completely crazy.
That's why I like Bill.
Yeah. That's the only reason Mike tolerates me.
But so October 8th is the date we're aiming for the expansion. Okay. How much does that expansion cost again?
Absolutely nothing. You don't have to pay us a red cent to play that.
Awesome. So, Landslide, you're asking about PvP. Today's livecast isn't going to cover PvP. What we're going to focus on today is the recently announced Collector's Editions.
Right, but we are going to talk about PvP next week or the week after, I think it is. I don't remember the date.
Coming up soon.
Yeah.
I need to actually get together and send out all the invites for all the live streams.
Yeah.
We could all just fight.
That's why I have not posted details on the forums, because we're waiting for a live stream.
Tag team. Mike and I versus these two. Who do you guys have?
You and Mike will probably win.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, dude, I'm pretty terrible.
I don't know. It looks like Mike and I combined could probably bench press like 75 pounds.
Well, you know, I mean, but like I'll like fall over from lack of breath. Okay, so how was PAX? Did you enjoy it? What did we do up there?
Well, we talked to a lot of press up at PAX, and that was a lot of talking. It was from the morning until the evening. I think I got like an hour break before we went to the party, which was awesome. But yeah, we got to talk to a lot of great sites, tell them all about what's coming up with Nightmare Tide. So go out there, read the articles, see what they have to say.
I think we got at least one Best in Show mention.
We got the Best in Show from MMORPG, I think
it was MMORPG.
Yeah, it was really flattering because that doesn't happen for expansions. I've never seen that happen before. So people really liked what they saw. I mean, some of the commentary from some of the guys that hadn't looked at Rift in a while was like, did you guys upgrade all your character models? They're so detailed. I was like, nope, they're the same character models, dude.
One of the things I always notice is, you know, most of the time I spend my game really zoomed out because I want the best, you know, sort of situational awareness possible. Mm-hmm. And it's like, when you stream in, it just gets better and better and better. Cool. Okay, so then after the press events, we had the party.
We had an awesome party, and I'm so glad that Scott Haddons had a party up there. We got to just hang out with the fans, give out a couple of dates, you know, the Arcade dates, the Rift dates, and just have a good time with the fans. I mean, we didn't really want to be up there and just talk. We wanted to be there and talk with the people individually, and it was great. You know, we all had these little red bandanas. People could identify us. You know, Simon came running up to me with a player and was like, "Oh my God, I want to meet you!" And it was like, "Awesome, this is fun."
I know you guys were like a gang with the red bandanas.
Yeah,
dangerous.
We had red bandanas, so mine was in my pocket. Some people made capes out of them. It was pretty great.
The cape was epic. That was Brian on
yes,
one of our artists here at the studio. Cool. So, sounds like you guys had a good time. I know I enjoyed talking to some folks, you know, getting the in-person forum petitions. Like, hey, dude, why'd you ban me? Why'd you ban me, bro? Don't ban me.
Well, you probably broke a rule if we banned you. There's probably a good reason.
It's my favorite people, too. You know, like, literally my favorite poster on the forum was the one this was getting asked about. Okay, cool.
Why'd you ban him?
The reason he's my favorite poster is because he's funny, but often in a negative way.
Gotcha.
Cool. So, collector's editions. That's our first topic for today.
All right, what do you want to know?
Well, do you need the collector's editions in order to do anything?
You don't need the collector's editions to play Nightmare Tide. All the levels are completely free. You can go into the new zones completely free, experience a whole lot of content.
Cool. Cool. So let's break it down. You know, people have a lot of questions. It's been a very popular discussion topic on the forums.
Oh, has it ever been?
But let's go through the packs one by one, talk about everything you get in them.
Sure.
Okay, so the Typhoon...
Remind me what we've got, because we've got so much stuff in these packs, I don't even remember what we put in them half the time.
3 sheets
I
of
know,
paper.
That's ridiculous.
At 8-point
Asking
font.
him to remember like
Yes.
90
Okay.
items individually.
So it starts off with the Typhoon edition, which
Yeah.
is the most basic pack. I like to look at this one as sort of a convenience edition.
It really is. It's very cheap. It's very cheap. Still
Affordable.
Great. Affordable.
But
It's a great way to support us, guys.
It has a lot of things that I consider no-brainers, you know. So let's go through. So you get the 2 new equipment slots. Now these are earring slots?
Yes, these are earring slots. These absolutely have stats. They're not a cosmetic slot like I've seen some people saying on the forums. They're absolutely stats.
So my character can't be wearing big hoop earrings?
Unfortunately, no. Artists would probably like to try and do that, but we just said not for now, guys.
Okay, cool. So they get these 2 new earring slots. Are these earring slots still earnable in game?
They absolutely are earnable in game.
Okay. But you know, this just gives you just that little sort of head start.
So if you purchase this pack, you'll get these unlocked for all of your characters forever. If you want to earn them in game, you actually earn them with, I believe they're called Void Stones. They're the new replacement for Infinity Stones from doing dynamic content, rifts, nightmare rifts, all that sort of stuff. But you'll unlock those slots per character as opposed to for your entire account.
Awesome. Okay. Now you get the Nightmare Tide bag slot.
Yes, and that's the only way to get this bag slot, actually. So, you know, if there's n number of bag slots down there in the corner, there'll be one with a little Nightmare Tide symbol covering it if you don't have the expansion pack. And it's just another layer of convenience we've offered for people. That's not available any other way besides these packs.
Cool. I like bags. I like bag slots.
Everyone's always asking for more space, more space, more space, and well, if
I'm
you
a
choose to
digital
support
hoarder.
us, you choose to support us, you get more space.
You know. Okay. Menugo League membership. Now this is what I'm going to ask you to talk about. What is Menugo?
So Menugo League, it's sort of a faction in our new expansion. They're called the Gar, and what they are is a former, Eth colony who went to the plane of water, and they've gone a little stir crazy. I mean, they're wearing dive helmets and they're a little crazy, and they've devised this game where they push buttons and they make numbers go up. The game is called Menugo Make Numbers Go Up. And so we've got some dailies.
I nearly fell out of my chair when I got to Gar Station
Yeah.
and played Menugo for the first time.
It is
It's riveting. It's riveting.
strangely compelling.
It is.
So this is a faction. Can you earn
Yes.
standing with this faction without the?
Yes. So the idea is that anybody, even if you don't, buy the Menugo League membership, anybody can still earn some amount of notoriety with the Menugo. I think Simon devised this crazy achievement. I won't even go into it right now, but it's kind of like a collective game of Menugo where you're all contributing to the number as it's going up.
Yes.
And
The number can go quite high.
it can go very high.
There's some interesting achievements related to this.
Yes.
Really neat
No,
mechanics.
not Menudo, Menugo.
Yes.
Menudo membership, like a weekly Menudo Bowl, would probably be nice too, but not offered with this collector's edition. Okay.
Oh, they want to know what you can do with Menugo Rep. You can buy things from the Menugo store with Menugo Rep.
Yeah.
Now, all the details on what's going to be on that store, not available yet, but there's definitely going to be stuff you want on that store.
Very cool. Next item, Planewalker Water.
Okay, so Planewalker Water is probably one of our more controversial things. It is a flag which allows you to equip certain pieces of gear. Now, what gear it's going to be, it's only going to be about 10 to 15% of the gear in the game, or probably mostly in the expansion, but you can have that unlocked by buying this one of these packs, or you can play the game, again, probably get Void Stones or our Dungeon Stones in the expansion and unlock this.
Cool. Yeah, and it's not like all the raid gear is flagged this.
No,
or
not by any stretch.
every ring in the game.
No, it's not
is
every
flagged.
ring or every ear ring or anything dumb like that. We want to spread it out and,
Yeah.
maybe you will get to a quest and you see, oh, all 4 items on the quest require it. That's okay. Maybe it's every 5th quest or something like that, or 10 quests.
Yeah. So it's a nice little bonus.
Yeah, it's a nice little bonus.
Cool. And then, of course, titled The Typhoon comes with the Typhoon Edition. Okay. So that's Typhoon Edition. Very,
Right.
very convenient. For me, you know, sort of a no-brainer.
Hey, could you do me a favor, Cole? Can you get rid of the people saying Rift sucks? Because we don't tolerate that around here.
Yeah, Mephis, come on,
Yeah,
pal.
dude, bro, I don't come to your house and tell you you suck. I mean, I could if I had your address, but
Yeah,
Just,
we don't really,
you know.
that's not a polite
Yeah.
thing to do.
Yeah.
You know, it's not kind.
no, it's not. It's cool. You know, we're out here trying to talk to people that actually want to hear about Rift, and you know, you
Yeah.
don't want to hear it, don't watch the stream, bro.
Cool. So, next up we have the Infusion Edition. So, now we're going to talk about, of course, instant level 60 character.
But first, before we talk about that, I want to mention one thing. The Infusion Edition also includes everything in the Typhoon Edition.
Everything in the Typhoon Edition. They'll build on each other. So, the Infusion includes the Typhoon, and the Ultimate Nightmare Edition
Contains everything from the other ones. You can buy multiple of these if you so desire. Feel free. But let's talk about what's in this pack.
Okay, so the instant level 60. Now, this is one that I've seen before. You know, I have enjoyed it. You know, I like leveling characters myself. You know, I want to grow through and level the characters. But I can certainly see the attraction, either from a new player who wants to just jump in and get their friends. And we'll be talking a little bit more about other ways
to do that.
later in the stream. But instant level 60. So what sort of was the motivation behind going with instant level 60?
You know, we actually talked to a lot of people that played Rift at release, and some of them that didn't play Storm Legion, and they're like, I want to come back. But there's such a big barrier to coming back, I don't want to try it. Now, you can argue that left and right and center of, you know, we've made it easier to level through
They
Storm
certainly
Legion
feel
things.
like there's a big barrier.
Exactly. But if people feel like there's a barrier, let's remove that barrier. We've looked around the industry. We've seen this done any number of times now. I don't think this is really something that's all that controversial anymore. At least, you know, it's kind of becoming an industry standard. Whether that's good or bad, we could all argue for hours and days and months, I'm sure.
So, you know, generally, when I've seen this introduced, because I've worked on a couple other games that did this, it's mostly existing players who are just like, oh, hey, I'd really love to have a clerical.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
But they didn't want to go through that.
but they
level
didn't want to
experience
grind it out again.
Or they didn't want to be power leveled in a dungeon by a buddy and all that sort. Or even the worst case scenario for everyone involved is somebody going to like some shady Chinese farmer or something like that, getting their account stolen. That's just bad.
Or their
news.
credit card information stolen.
Exactly.
It does happen. So, you know, I mean, to me, do we know what sort of gear? Have we finalized what gear these people are going to be equipped with?
I
or?
believe it is standard level 60 gear, but you can quote me on this, but it's not necessarily true. I could be not absolutely accurate
Yeah, I
on
mean, I
this.
believe it's like slightly less than the gear you'll get while questing.
Right.
In Gamora
Like, I don't think
region,
it's
so-
even as good as level 60, current level 60 dungeon gear. It's not even that good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, they're not going to be rocking out in tier 2 raid
they're
armor.
not. They're not walking in with tier 2 raid armor. They're not walking in with anything like that.
Okay, that seems pretty reasonable. Can they only use it on a new character if they have like a level 30 alt?
No,
they
you can
love?
use this on any character you want, as long as the character is not level 60 or above, obviously. And we're also, I believe, we just got the tech to allow that new character to get a couple of trade skills maxed out as well, at least at the old maximum.
Okay,
So
there
you don't
go.
come in and have to go back to free march and mine away for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah, I'm just thinking harvesting, and
Yes.
I'm not a trade skill guy. I leave that to Faratha. She loves the trade skills, loves the trade skillers.
Absolutely.
So yeah, having just like that base harvesting skills would be huge. Okay. So next thing that's on the list is the bank vault slot.
Yes, and that is also exclusive to this purchase. So there's no other way to get that, and that one does not stack. You're only going to get one more of that slot.
Okay. So actually, an interesting question or statement was made, which is I'm saving for the Infusion Edition. I can't afford it for a couple months, though. These aren't going away at the launch of Nightmare Tide?
No, we don't plan to remove these or take these away for the foreseeable future, at least. It's not like you have 30 days to buy this and then you're done.
Yeah.
No, this will be here for at least several months.
Okay.
If we're going to remove it at some point in time, we will let you guys know, and we'll do like a big countdown.
I could have done this for you guys a trillion years ago.
You could have. That's what I asked.
Okay. So Aquatic Dimension Pack. Now again, we're going to be talking about dimensions more in a future live stream. Glass-bellied mermaid statue, jellyfish tanks.
There are some. I went through the pack the other day. The Faratha sent it over to me, and I opened it up, and I started placing stuff, and I was in an interior dimension, a smaller one. I was like, why are the things not showing up? Is something bugged? And then I zoomed out, and I saw how big some of these objects were. I was blown away.
Cool. And I mean, anything in particular catch your eye?
I'm not going to say what they are.
Okay.
They're in the pack because the pack could change between now and then because that's not delivered right now.
I'm thinking rusted metal ship is
That thing is huge.
a bigger item.
Huge.
Okay, cool. Bloop, the jellyfish companion pet. No, dude, everybody internally loves the freaking jellyfish.
Yes.
Like,
I love the name too. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
Julia named that, didn't she?
I think she did.
cool. Now here's one we got a ton of questions about. Shimmering Nightmare Orb. It's an infinite use dream orb that provides basic enchantments to any gear you'd like to enhance on all your characters. Now, when we say basic enchantments, can we sort of like narrow that down a little bit?
I don't know the actual item level we ended up using for this. I'm very sorry about that, guys. But the intent was it's not as good as the existing ones or the future ones that will be coming out. This is really a convenience item, is what this is.
But so when you're leveling, you get a new piece of gear from questing. You just use it. There you go. You're good. You don't have to go out and trade skill up a new item.
Don't go trade skill up a bunch of good ones. Don't feel like you're wasting those while you're leveling. Feel like, hey, this is a nice bonus. I can go ahead and use a Dream Orb on every item I've got.
And it makes it so much easier to use that new item you got that has slightly better stats than your old item.
Yes.
But doesn't have a Dream Orb on it. Okay. Void Source. Okay, so now the Infusion Edition comes with 2 Void Source accelerators and 2 Abyssal Crusaders accelerators. So let's go through each of these. Void Source accelerators.
So Void Source accelerators are in the expansion in Nightmare Tide earned by getting Void Stones, which are, again, the dynamic currency. So if you're familiar with Infinity Stones, these are the same sort of thing. So in the expansion, you'll be using these to upgrade a variety of gear, mostly the world gear purchased with the same things. But we also decided to add upgrade paths to the existing Tier 2 and Tier 3 raid armor so that people that have done that sort of content can come into the expansion, earn these, upgrade their gear, get a little bit of a leg up for all the hard work that they put into the game.
Cool. And, I mean, this is... We're releasing it a little bit before the expansion.
We did release it before the expansion, and I know that's causing a lot of furor out there.
I can understand people's concern. People always are like, okay, we're worried that things may go in a negative direction. That's what they're expressing, and that's a very reasonable sentiment.
I've seen the sentiment that people feel like I have lied to them personally, and that's not my intent, anybody. Whenever I make a post on the forums, I try and be as true to it as humanly possible, but there are going to be times where I say something, and then something... it's hard to stay to exacts when you work in something as complicated as the game industry. I'm trying to stay with the spirit of Rift Free-to-Play, not the exacts. So while you may be technically correct, which is the best type of correct, we're really looking at the spirit here, guys. And I probably sound like a politician, which I hate to do, but honestly, we're trying to put some stuff into these packs that encourages people to get them now and make them feel like they're being rewarded now for their purchases.
Now, if you had to declare a party allegiance, would it be the Guardian Party or the Defiant Party?
Neither. I'm a secret third faction.
He would be a mercenary, I think.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Servant of the Octvan?
Yeah.
Okay, but so I mean, I totally agree. This is something you had talked to me about before we finalized this decision.
Right.
You were saying, there's going to be some, concern expressed by players. We definitely knew that going in.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, this allows people to catch up. It allows them to, if a guild is just on the edge, it might, give them that.
I mean, I've gotten private messages from people saying, hey, thank you for putting this out there in advance. It's allowed us to go and try this dragon, try it a little more. I've gotten other, reports from people like they're super demoralized about it. And
we don't want to demoralize anybody, but at the same time, we want to give people a little bit of a head start,
Absolutely.
A little bit of a jump up, a little bit of boost right now that they can use.
This is not a herald of like, oh, Tier 2 rating is coming out. Let's put everything on sale early or something like that. This is not an excuse to do that. I think you said it best of, oh, the next time this happened will probably be 4.0.
Yeah.
It's quite a ways away, guys.
Okay, cool. So the Abyssal Crusaders accelerators. We've got a lot of questions about those. Those aren't being delivered yet.
Right, because there's nothing you can use them on yet. So those are actually for the dungeon gear, the expert dungeon gear in Nightmare Tide. So all of your characters will have a couple of those to start with. That means you'll have to do a little bit less grinding when the game comes out, and that's totally
a nice
great.
little bonus.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. A minion for thee. Now that's part of the minion system. Again, I'm going to say this a lot of times. Subject of a future livecast. We're going to be livecasting a lot in between here and launch. Probably more than Cole, copy to floppy here, would like us to do.
Cole's not talking about whole other jobs to do at the same time.
He's going to be a very busy man during this time, and I'm going to be demanding a lot of his time. But, we're going to have a whole live stream about minions. You know, Ginger was talking to me today, like, oh, you could maybe show this off, maybe show that off.
Yeah.
I'm like, but
She's always ready to show all the cool stuff we've done off.
Yeah,
But we got to save it. We got to save it for future things.
very excited, but we can't pour all the information out today because A, we'd be here for like the next 8 hours.
Yeah, ain't nobody got time for that.
And B, you know, then there wouldn't be anything to talk to you about next Friday, where we will be live streaming again, barring any, you know, catastrophes. Meteors hit buildings. I'm not gonna, you know.
Or hit me. I mean,
Well,
you
I
guys
mean,
can stream without me. Have a good time.
you're not scheduled for next week, so
Awesome.
it's fine.
Hey, that's the greatest news I've had all week.
Yeah, you get a cold, you know, from dunking cold water over your head.
Actually, I do want to address Bose there of why are there no Dream Souls packs in the packs. We released the Dream Souls a lot earlier. Tons and tons of people have bought those. We don't want to make that redundant in the existing pack, right? If you went out and purchased this pack and you already had them, you'd be asking us for a refund. That's really not right. It's not something we want to do. Those are separate purchases.
We wanted to, you know, we think we did a pretty good job of adding in enough value to these packs so that they stand on their own.
And you know, a lot of people are out there buying these packs, so people are finding value. I mean, we're always looking for more suggestions of how to make them better. I mean, if that pushes you, if there's one thing that's going to push you over the edge and push a lot of your friends over the edge to purchasing it, and it's totally reasonable, we'll definitely look at doing it.
And I mean, you know, that feedback is being compiled and tabulated, and it'll be sent in a giant report that, you know.
Yeah, we're looking at data all the time.
Okay. So a minion for the Ace is a second minion slot.
Yeah. The minion system, you will be able to expand the number of minions you can send on missions at any given time. So this just gives you one additional one to start out with. You can totally purchase more of these in-game. I believe that unlocking these slots is credit only because we do have some concerns of, you know, too many free accounts creating too many free accounts, sending too many minions out, because you can get some pretty cool stuff out of the minion system. So we don't want to see somebody create, you know, 100,000 accounts and send millions of minions off on missions and then flood the economy.
There you go. Okay. But, you know, that's a nice little bonus to start off with. You know, instead of having one, you have two. Nightmare Portrait.
A Duckler minion.
There is, well, not a minion. There's a companion right now, which a lot of people at PAX got, didn't they? Was that what
that was what we were giving away at PAX. We gave out about 500, I want to say.
Yeah, we had a ton
of people that were left over. It might be a good idea to give some out later in this live cast.
Indeed.
There we go. Okay.
Just catching up on the scroll up there.
There we go. So Nightmare Portrait. Now, where do the portraits display?
They display in the game, obviously, in your character portrait screen. So
cool. And the Nightmare Portrait, I know it has like a little roving eye.
Yeah,
and
I think. Can we show that? Can you get to that on your character or not? I don't. Let's see if you can get there first. Before you change over there, let's see if you can find it.
So I have never changed portraits on my character. It's not one of those things that I find.
It's in the settings page, I believe, isn't it? Or am I totally crazy, guys? Somebody out there tell us how, because I set mine to the awesome one for max loyalty, and then I left it.
Templates, combat, action bars, social. So how does one change their character portrait?
Oh, character portrait?
Yeah.
It's totally in settings somewhere.
Totally in settings somewhere.
Yeah.
So I didn't see Rough Rafter's comment.
Yes, interface display.
Oh, he was complaining about not getting a duck pet at PAX. And
interface display. I know it's here somewhere, and there's a thing.
But Rough Rafters probably has this question, so I'm going to ask
your portrait frame. To the right, sir? To the right? Right. Yeah.
There we go. Nightmare Portrait.
There we go.
Boom.
Cool. This is because we have so many options in the game.
We're gonna go to Game Cam.
Go to Game Cam for a minute.
So up here.
Oh, can you zoom in on the Game Cam? You can't, can you?
Cannot.
You know, you could increase the size of that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Okay.
Mid UI.
So, but Rough Raptors would probably answer this question. When are the employees going to, get our packs? I'm very anxious.
Soon. You should.
Too
have
big.
It, actually.
Too big.
Well, no, that's too big is fine.
Yeah, too big is fine.
But yeah, you see the creepy eyeballs there. That's the one you're gonna get.
It very much fits thematically with some of the stuff I've seen for Nightmare Riffs. The eyeball creeps the hell out of me. Scared RPR person.
Yes.
She was sitting in a meeting. She saw it for the first time. She literally pushed back in her chair. Was like, "Oh my god, what is that?"
I hope everyone runs around with this frame at this size on their own screen.
Yeah. It could go bigger, people.
Make it bigger. Let's make it take the whole screen.
Dude, it's staring at me.
I don't know if it can take up the whole screen.
About that big.
That's how I play it.
Yeah. I'm just kind of floating over my character's head from now on.
I find playing like that, it's really easy to manage, you know, my hit points.
It's very easy to target yourself.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
Cool. Okay, so Nightmare Portrait's fun little,
Yeah.
you know, thing. I really like it. It gives me just sort of immerses me in the expansion. Immerses. Get it? Water.
I get it. Trust me, I get it.
And the next item is also water related, and that's the Delving Diver's Helm. So you mentioned people trapped in diving helms.
Yeah, so the Gar, you know, they're the Gar faction. They're used to, you know, living and working in water, and they wear diving helmets to survive.
It's kind of creepy going in there and everybody's wearing a helmet.
Yeah, yeah.
So now you too can fit right in.
Yes, exactly.
And it's a costume item.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, so I mean, you get a lot of value here. You know, some more convenience items, some cosmetic focused items. The instant level 60 is going to be popular with a lot of people.
Oh, and you know what we didn't mention about that? That's also tradable.
That is very true.
If you already have, you know, 4 or 8 or 100 level 60s, you can put that up on the auction house and see how it goes.
I think it will go very high. I have a sneaking suspicion that not too many of them are going to be traded. I think people are going to want to use them themselves.
I don't know. I've got some buddies that might come back into the game and, you know, give them a nice leg up.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Well, that's a perfect, you know, example. If my best friend comes into the game, I'm totally going to hand him one, although he is really annoying and I don't know why I would want to do that for him. Okay, so now let's talk about the Ultimate Nightmare Edition. So first up, our good friend the Cobalt Thresher. He is available through the Nightmare Edition.
Do you have one on that character over there?
We do.
Are you sure? I didn't see it in
Need
your
some
hotbar.
help?
We need some help, Cole. Your hands only.
The one thing I know how to do is control the camera.
Well, you know, you are a video guy, so
Yeah.
if you didn't, we'd
That'd
be
be a
kind of
problem.
worried.
You'd be very sad.
So it's characters, mounts.
Cobalt Thresher, yeah. Should put him on the hotbar.
There we go. We don't use this character too often, so.
Here, let's give him a nice cinematic view. Or do you want to run around?
Well,
Hey, we're only talking about Rift today, Marius. 3464. Scapes is not here.
Well, he's
probably busy.
He's totally busy.
He's totally busy. We've got that whole thing going on.
But there's our Cobalt Thresher. Now, he is amazing.
He is absolutely amazing.
Absolutely my favorite mount. You know, he haunts my dreams.
It is a pretty
He's got
terrifying.
hops.
It's a pretty terrifying concept. A shark with legs.
Yeah, I mean, it is terrifying when you see one of these hostile mobs in the expansion, you know, chase you in water.
And then out of water.
And then out of water, yes.
Now, he's an amphibious mount.
Oh,
Somebody
somebody else.
on a shark.
There we
Pretty
go.
awesome.
Let's see how many sharks we can get over here.
Yeah, please bring all your sharks to this location.
But only sharks.
All your sharks is belonging on that beach. There are other amphibious mounts. You can make.
You can make certain other mounts amphibious, but we haven't determined yet how we're going to give that stuff out.
So we don't know exactly where, when, how.
No. It probably will involve credits. I don't want to disappoint anybody, but it probably will.
Okay. And, you know, so, and there's a potential for future other Threshers as well.
Oh yeah, there definitely will be more Threshers. This is the exclusive Thresher for this pack. This particular Thresher will never be re-released, well, outside of these packs. But there will be other variants of Thresher in the future, absolutely.
Okay.
Just to make that absolutely clear.
Cool. So, I'm a big fan. The Abyssal Satchel. Now, you know, this one is not, you know, too complicated. 36 slot bag.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. It's another unique equipped 36 slot bag.
Looks like a crazy little
Yeah,
box.
it's got its own little icon, so.
There you go. You know, I really find bags that have different icons super useful because I can remember,
Yeah, where I put my stuff.
all the, you know, consumables are in the box, you know. So now, 12 accelerators in this pack. So 8 more than in the
previous pack. Yeah.
Infusion pack. That's 4 more of the Void Source accelerators and 4 more of the Abyssal Crusaders accelerators.
Look just like the last ones.
Just like the last ones, just a little bit more of the same. There's a Dimension Shadow Scion. Have you guys had a chance to check it out yet?
I haven't checked it out myself yet. I know
yeah.
Mike knows a lot more about that one.
It's a nightmare version of Port Scion where there's actually Lord of Rock, one of the big bads of the expansion, has sort of created this nightmare of multiple port scions corrupted by the death of Regulos. And you fight a couple Reguloses and then Reguli.
Reguli. What is the correct plural of
That's a good
Regulos?
question. I think pretty sure it's Reguli, but I could be wrong. But yeah, so it's just a crazy nightmare version of Port Scion.
Very cool. Next item, something I love, I'm super obsessed with, which is Planeswalker's Call. Summon an entire group of Ascended friends to your side. I
Works
mean,
just like Summon Friend, but you get to summon a whole lot more.
I think there's an hour cooldown on it.
I believe it's an hour tentatively right now, yeah.
Tentatively, okay. But I mean, to me, that's just great utility.
Oh, it's great. You can use it anywhere. I mean, it's, you know, we have abilities in the game that you can use at a Rift to do this. You can just do this anywhere.
Look, it's a squirrel.
Woo! Water squirrel.
Water Squirrel.
Sorry, Seaton, you're kicked to the curb.
Okay. The prefix title, Planewalker. Another prefix title. Not too much to say.
Shoot.
The Nightmare cosmetic weapons. Are these ones with the eyeballs?
These are the crazy weapons with the eyeballs. You'll be able to earn these in the expansion as well. Actual drops will have these, but we wanted to give people some a little bit early if they wanted to customize. Well,
Yes.
early when they get the expansion.
Seaton,
So you
stop
can
moving around.
He's not going to hear that for another minute and a half.
I know. But that's the joys of Livestream.
Okay. And he's British, you know.
Yeah.
What
Oh,
can you do?
Seaton, stop moving around.
Okay, there you go. Much more understandable now.
Stay still, please.
So the Nightmare
You know,
cosmetic weapon.
when Community Day happened and you met Seaton, it was this strange moment. You like looked across the room.
We
stared at
fell
each
in
other.
love, I think.
Yeah, I think there was
In
a
that
little bit
moment.
of love that passed between those two guys.
So we can see concept art for the Nightmare cosmetic weapons up on our site, on our Facebook page right now.
Yeah,
This
that's
person's
really
cool.
really cool.
Yeah.
Who's
And
this person? What's this person's name? Headhunter Bose of the
Bose.
Canadian Customs, the fugitive finder? What the hell? Cool.
I love the tropical budgie still. I mean, okay, I'm stopping looking
Yeah.
at mounts of the game because otherwise I'm going to totally get distracted. So Nightmare Black Die. Do we know which black die this is? Is this
I believe it is exceptionally black.
exceptionally
I
black?
believe it is.
And it's just a way
It's
to
infinite for you, black die.
so you can express your inner goth. You know.
You know, of all of our dyes, black dye has always been the top selling one, the top crafted one. People love black dye, and we figured what would be better than infinite black dye?
There you go.
I don't think it breaks the game. I don't think black dye is pay to win, so
Okay, now the next one we're gonna have to look here on the screen. We
Aw.
can see it.
Oh, yeah, the crab.
So the Abyssal Crab Combat Pet Skin.
yes.
I definitely see myself rolling a pet class just for this reason.
Yeah, you can replace any of your melee pets, I believe, with this model, regardless of what class you are.
And that's deliverable right now. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's deliverable right now. It
So you-
originally wasn't going to be, and then we discovered, hey, it's done. It's in. No, that's too large.
dude, it looks really good that size.
It should. I'm pretty sure there's some in the expansion that big. If there aren't, let's make some bigger. That's my rule of game development. Make the mob bigger.
That is a remarkably, astute way. So 3 packs available for really any level.
Any
of
level
injury.
that you want to support us at.
And if they don't buy any of the packs, they still get the expansion.
Absolutely.
Okay. Is there any other questions about you guys have about the packs? Why would you want a just remarkably giant crab following you around?
Because it's cool, man.
Yeah, dude. Big crab's pretty cool.
Do we plan on getting on the North American shards during the stream? No, we do not.
No, we don't. We plan to be on PTS, I believe.
Question about, okay, so will you need a minion further in the game?
There's some materials for crafting that you will probably want out of that system, but you'll be able to buy them from other players if you don't want to participate in the minion system.
Okay. Beta release date. We're not announcing beta at this time.
Mike D is the keeper of the keys on letting people into that.
I've been bribing people for PTS feedback.
Yeah.
It's working pretty well.
If somebody
Get
has
some
if
good
somebody
feedback.
has good feedback, they get additional keys
So-
to give to their friends.
So players, and this is a common question on the forums as well, have asked in chat, what was the decision not to include patron time in the packs?
We didn't feel like we needed to include patron time in it, and a lot of people have been buying the packs without that.
So if we put patron time in, we would have probably removed some of the other things that took
Oh,
work.
yes.
You know, so that was our decision. You know, we wanted to make it very focused on what the packs contain. They're completely optional, and you know, definitely I'm hearing the discussion about upgradability, and I will bring that feedback back. No promises at all there.
Just to make that clear.
Okay, cool. So now let's talk a little bit about one of the new systems that's coming in with the Nightmare Tide expansion, mentoring.
Well, it's expanded mentoring, right?
Yeah, it's
Expanded
mentoring.
mentoring.
I mean, before you could only mentor down, and now you can mentor up. So if you have a friend who's max level or any level higher than you, you can, with just a click on your portrait, match their level and
Nice.
play with them.
You'll actually match the level of whoever the highest in your current party is.
Oh, is that
when you set
right?
this option.
The
Yeah.
highest in your current party. Okay.
Yeah. So that person's kind of the key to the level at that point in time. So they're higher level. If they choose to mentor down, you will match their mentored level as well.
Okay.
So we're trying to make it nice and convenient, right?
Yeah, I mean the big sort of takeaway of this is even if you're level 7, fresh out of Mythosia or Terminus, almost forgot. You can join your friends in Gabor Reef in the Plane of Water. And
I'm not going underneath that bomby skirt.
Oh, no.
That is terrifying. But so, I mean, what made you guys want to do this system? What was the intent? What said this is a system we want to do?
Well, I think since we first planned mentoring, we wanted to allow players to mentor up. We could only do down at the time. Now, I think we just want to bring players together. There's really no excuse to not give players a way to see the new content.
More people playing together.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Yeah.
if you're level 7 or 8 and you come out of there, or actually you need to be level 10, you hit instant adventure, you might be an instant adventure in the plains right away with high level people seeing new cool stuff.
So that's an interesting point. It will change how instant adventure works a little
Oh yeah,
bit.
you'll join random adventures throughout the world no matter what level you are.
Aw.
And you're not going to be completely as efficient as somebody of the appropriate level, but you should be confident enough to handle it.
And this is why, we need to keep an eye on Cole at all times.
I don't know what's going on over there. So how does mentoring work with dungeons? So the way it works with dungeons is a mentored player cannot go and mentor up into a dungeon unless they are with a completely pre-made group. Unless another group of people is basically saying, I'm willing to carry you. Right? So you're not going to be doing an expert and have some noob that doesn't know what they're doing in your dungeon.
No level 10s in, expert dungeons?
Not unless they have 4 friends that are willing to carry them.
Those are good friends.
Those are very good friends.
Certainly I want everybody contributing in my groups. Okay. There we go. Okay. And, I hear people like giveaways.
People do like giveaways.
No.
So, first off, I think maybe some of those Ducklar pets.
Yeah, let's give away about 5 of those. What do you think?
5 sounds good. Do you know if the dance animation made it in?
I don't know.
It did, I think.
I don't know if they can. I don't know.
But
I don't know
I've
if they
seen
can
it.
handle
I've
it.
seen it.
Mike's seen it. I'm not promising anything.
I've seen the duck dance. I don't.
Could have been in my head, when I saw that duck.
I've
seen
had
the
a lot of
duck
weird dreams
dance.
lately. So
The duck does have an interesting
Little-
death animation as well.
So-
I had to look at that.
Duckler?
This is the Ducklar companion pet.
Companion. What's today? 9/5/2014. Okay.
Can
We're
the
good.
36 slot bag be sold in the auction house?
no, unique equip means you can only equip 1.
So should we just go?
Okay, so
Yeah.
let's do it. 5.
Hey, wait! Make sure you're following the channel.
Yeah, all
If you're
that
not following
stuff.
the channel and all that jazz, then you're not getting nothing.
Okay, so
Except I'm going to actually laugh at you.
See, the duck is dancing.
the duck is dancing.
Let's get a close up real quick of that duck, please. Oh, I'm a guy.
What did... No! Dead plant
Just
for the
kidding.
lose.
Just kidding,
the
guys.
duck dance is amazing.
Who's this really small guy? Is that a minion?
No.
No.
Why is he
Some
small? I didn't
dude.
scale him.
Okay.
Dudes.
Player.
Okay. Anyway, we're rolling, right?
We're rolling.
So this is for the Ducklar companion.
Yes, we're gonna do this 5 times. Party stream.
Oh, not subs. Oh no, yeah.
Oh.
Following. We don't have subscriptions.
Yeah. Okay, so Muspel. Congrats,
Muspel.
Muspel.
Congratulations.
There we go. Woo.
Muspel. I'll throw you in chat so you can see. Muspel wins.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Congrats, Muspel. How do we roll again on this darn thing?
Talking to us, we have no idea.
You are the subject matter expert when it comes to streaming.
That's. Oh, there we go.
The smee. The smee.
Okay, let's see. Congratulations, Muspel. Second one, Lord Penn.
Not a lowly pen.
Lord Penn.
You know, not
Not-
a knight pen.
Not Peasant Penn.
Not Pen Pen.
Lord Penn. Congratulations, Lord Penn. You're going to get a Ducklar companion. Okay, let's go. Another one. Hiya!
Intrinsic. Really? I don't know if he deserves one.
Inherently, he does.
Intrinsic.
Congrats, Intrinsic. We got 2 more.
Congratulations.
May have been inspired.
Tumas.
Stack more Power Stones, bro.
MMO reporter.
MMO reporter wins.
You get Ducklar pet.
Unique Ducklar pet.
Sure, MMO reporter. You get stuff. One more, you said?
Okay, we can
You can
do.
do one more.
Okay, why not? Geopenguin.
Geopenguin.
That's the name. That's a great name.
That's appropriate.
Yeah.
There we
Geopenguin
go.
gets the Ducklar companion. So
Cool.
we got Muspel, Lord Penn, Intrinsic, MMO reporter, and Geopenguin winning the Ducklar.
Yeah.
Super
Congrats,
good.
everybody. You know who won. Best of luck next time we give them away. These are the Ducklar Companion Pet, which was previously only available
At PAX.
at PAX. So
Other special Trion events in the future.
you know, very, very few of these in
existence.
distribution right now. Cool.
Drop Trove already, noobs.
I don't know. I don't think we're going to drop any Trove.
And no dropping the troves today. But I do think we have one grand prize.
Yes, we're definitely going to do a grand prize. We're going to do the biggest collector's edition for Nightmare Tide.
The ultimate
Just
Nightmare Tide, just one, will be given away.
Ultimate Nightmare Edition.
So
Exactly.
best of luck, whoever gets this.
Yeah, super best of luck.
Cool.
So again, I'm gonna
Gotta
give
be
it.
following the channel.
Yeah,
all that
so they
stuff.
all see. Yep. Pew pew. Grand prize. Here it goes. I'm rolling for ultimate. What the hell's the title again? There we go.
Ultimate Nightmare.
Ultimate Nightmare Edition. Collector's Edition.
Drum roll.
Giveaway. Here it goes. Who gets it? Cineguy.
Cineguy it
winner.
is.
Congratulations, Cineguy.
I hope he's here for Rift.
If
Cineguy
not, he should
wins.
definitely start.
Absolutely, with that pack, he should.
Cineguy wins. Ultimate Edition.
Ultimate Edition.
And it's funny because they actually get it in chat before they hear us
Yes.
announce the winner. I never realized that.
Yeah, it's a little strange. Grats. They know now. Everyone knows.
And I think that's everything we've got to do today here,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
So thank you guys very much. Like I said, we're going to be streaming Rift a lot. You know, expect us every Friday. When we get to more than that,
Might be more than Fridays. Yeah.
you know, we have a lot of information to share, and there's, what, 5 weeks left?
Something like that.
Something like that.
I saw little
Might-
veins start twitching in your
might
head,
be
Mike.
4 weeks left now that this week is basically over.
Yep.
Cool. And thanks, everybody, for watching.
Thanks for letting me break the camera, guys.
And we'll have news about Extra Life in the future.
Yeah.
Trust us, we're
Yeah,
very,
we got Extra Life
very
coming
committed to
up.
them.
You know, I saw somebody mention another event, which we're taking a look at, you know, in chat. So, you know, there's lots of cool news coming out. Lots of stuff. Stay tuned, folks.
Thanks for tuning in to Trion World Live Stream.
Have a good one, everybody.
Woohoo!